Jack of all trades, master of none. Have you ever heard of this quote? A quick Wikipedia search tells me that this phrase has been around since the 18th century, though originally it was only composed of the first part and used to compliment a person that could dabble in many skills but was not specialized in any specific one of them. The sentence had therefore a positive connotation, meaning that a jack of all trades could bring disciplines together in a practical manner. The master of none part was a later addition which introduced a negative attribute, meaning that the multiple skills and wide knowledge of the person is superficial and ultimately useless. I don't know if it's a generational or a cultural thing, or perhaps I was simply an impressionable kid, but once I heard this sentence, it stuck with me for the longest part of my life. I kind of lived by it. There were many things I really liked doing as a kid: singing, knitting, painting, baking, but I wasn't a master in any of them. So it followed that because my first scarves were wonky, I never finished them. If I ever sang flat or out of tune, it meant I was no singing star. My drawings and paintings were childish, so I was no Caravaggio. And although my baking received lots of compliments, I thought it wasn't good enough to be a pastry chef. And I would have loved to better understand math and chemistry, but they were so hard that maybe it wasn't meant to be my topic of choice. So when I found one thing that I was naturally good at, I ran for it. Biology was what I was a master at. As I moved along in my university path, I started realizing that what I loved most was what I had to earn and not what I already knew how to do. And along the way, the topics I studied and researched moved more and more towards things I had not considered before, widening my knowledge and skills. Unlike I had previously expected, I succeeded in my academic career in spite of not being a master in one thing, but because I had become a jack of all trades. For many years, I wanted to become one of these perfectionists that you hear so much about these days, and it was actually limiting my possibilities. So it got me thinking, what about all those things that I had loved and left behind because of my impossible quest of being a master at anything in order to be worth pursuing it? Maybe I should rethink all of this. 10 years ago, I started a cooking blog called PH Dishes, which I hoped would help graduate students in their hardship by sharing my recipes and my struggles during my PhD. But of course, after writing 3 posts and recording 2 chaotic videos, I decided it wasn't good enough, and I never did anything with it. And so today, I come to you as a master of none, cooking a recipe I did not develop myself, and recording a very poor quality video. You will see changes in lights, shaky images, and changing recording angles, all of because I am no master videographer. In practice, this video sucks big times, but I'm going to publish it anyways, because if I had done so 10 years ago and stuck with it, this video today would have been a masterpiece, and I would have not been starting a random account at almost 40 years old. I want this video to be a testament to the biggest lesson I learned in life, which is that perfectionism is overrated if it prevents you from doing the things that you love. A crappy first video is better than none, and a wonky framing is nothing else than a note to self to place the damn tripod on a stable surface. Is it ridiculous to start another account at 37 years old? Probably. But better than at 47, 57, or never. After all, I just watched a video of a guy recording his elevator farts for a whole year and had thousands of views. So how bad can it be to publish another cooking video if not only for the joy of doing something that I love? And this is the reason why from now on I will gladly be